The Gupta Empire was an ancient Indian empire that existed from the mid-3rd century CE to 543 CE. At its peak from the 4th-5th centuries, it covered much of the Indian subcontinent, especially the northern regions. This period is considered a golden age in India's history, marked by prosperity, cultural and scientific achievements, and military expansion. The empire was founded by King Sri Gupta and ruled by the Gupta dynasty. Notable emperors included Chandragupta I, Samudragupta, and Chandragupta II. The Guptas oversaw a decentralized administration divided into provinces and districts, with a hierarchy of officials. The economy was largely agricultural and trade expanded greatly across Asia under the Guptas. Society was organized into castes according to Hindu principles. The Guptas patronized Hinduism, though Buddhism and Jainism also thrived. The empire had a powerful military that introduced innovations like heavily armored cavalry. Education, science, art, and literature flourished, with figures like mathematician Aryabhata and poet Kalidasa achieving great heights during the Gupta Golden Age. By the late 5th century, the empire faced external attacks from the Huns and internal rebellions. The central administration eventually collapsed, leading to the empire's decline and fragmentation into smaller kingdoms by the 7th century CE. The Gupta Empire existed from the mid-3rd century CE to 543 CE, covering much of northern India during its peak. The ruling dynasty was founded by King Sri Gupta. Notable rulers were Chandragupta I, Samudragupta, and Chandragupta II. The origins of the Guptas are debated, some say present-day Uttar Pradesh, others say Bengal region. Chandragupta I conquered neighboring states between 320 to 330 CE. Samudragupta expanded the empire from the Hindus to the Gulf of Bengal and the northern mountains between 330 to 376 CE. Samudragupta defeated and subjugated kingdoms, gaining control of important cities like Pataliputra. Chandragupta II expanded west to the coast of the Arabian Sea by defeating western satraps in the late 4th century. Kumaragupta I ruled the empire from Bengal to Kathiawar and the Himalayas to Narmada in the early 5th century. The empire was threatened by the Pushyamitra rebellion and White Huns, leading to a slow decline. Feudal relations formed later than in Europe. Harsh conditions for slaves who served masters, priests, and the army. Peasant communities were exploited economically by the Guptas but lived better than slaves. In the 5th century, land and peasants were given to war veterans. Land split and reorganized. Cities had craftsmen and weavers. Social hierarchy influenced by laws of Manu. Agriculture flourished with rivers irrigation. Crops included rice, wheat, barley, sesame, sugar, spices. Trade expanded with west and east. Exported gems, spices, ivory, cotton, sugar. Imported horses, fabrics, slaves. Crimes punished severely based on laws of Manu, from fines to amputations or death. Polygamy embraced. Large families. Sons trained in war, politics, philosophy from teenage years. Administrative divisions in empire, Rajya, Rashtra, Dasha, Mandala. 26 provinces divided into Vishayas. Military had infantry, cavalry, elephants. Introduced innovations like heavy cavalry. Origins of chess traced to strategy game Chaturanga played by nobles. Advances made in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, poetry. Aryabhata proposed Earth rotates, orbits Sun. Kalidasa created major literary works. Epics exposed codes for kings, warriors, seekers of freedom. Hindu dynasty, though Buddhism and Jainism also encouraged. Temples, palaces, statues built. Fought against Sakas and Huns invading from Central Asia. Central administration collapsed in 6th century. Local leaders broke away. Empire weakened by nomad attacks. Fully collapsed in 7th century. North India divided.